I am with you, and I do not know this writer, and I hope I pronounce his name correctly, but I appreciated how he put this story together because it had the ring of truth to me. Even though he didn't quote anybody on the record, it sounded like he did his homework and his legwork. His name is Joseph Santo Laquito. I hope I got that right, but he's longtime Philadelphia, deep roots. I think he's respected.
Right.
Don't know him, but I think that's the drift I get. So the drift of this story seems right to me, but it has a lot of upbeat in it too, because near the end he's saying to a person, the sources who spoke for this story stressed they want Carson Wentz to succeed. And I think that's why all those teammates stepped right up and said that. Only 26 years of age. He's just played one full NFL season. Many would agree the quarterback wants to be a superstar and that sometimes he acts like he's already won and he hasn't yet earned it, but that says the writer, understandable, and it is. And I told you going into this past football season, there's never been anything like this in the history of the National Football League that, and again, here's the difference in your Bledsoe-Brady. Did Bill Belichick draft Drew Bledsoe? No.
No.
He inherited him.
He had no
okay.
yeah,
Okay. So he didn't have a stake in it.
Right.
Well, there's big stake in this kid because boy, they
moved heaven and earth.
Heaven and earth. Yeah, they threw in the sun and the moon, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so they trade up to get him, and they bet their ranch on it.
Everything.
And all of a sudden, the backup goes in and does that and wins the Super Bowl MVP. This has never happened before. So the kid comes back and
not just that. Who did they beat? Who did he outgun? They beat a dynasty. They beat Coach Belichick and Bill and Tom Brady.
Yep. So there's euphoria in Philadelphia, and it lasts through the offseason, and all of a sudden, Carson Wentz is rushing back off it was a horrendous injury. It was career-threatening because he tore two.
ACL and PCL.
Okay? And he pushed back, and he never looked quite right to me, like he trusted it completely this year, so that's not fair. And looking over his shoulder is that guy. And then right on cue, I don't know what happened. Did he have a serious back injury or not? I don't know. It just looked like finally Doug Peterson said, let's just throw Nick in there. We got an opening here. Let's see what happens. And he went right back to being Nick Foles.
Correct.
And they win the last three of the regular season, and then they pretty much steal the playoff game. But he played pretty well and beat the Bears, the #1 scoring defense in football in Chicago. And he was on the move at New Orleans until the ball goes through Alshon's hands. So you can't pin the whole. He didn't play great in that game because there's a long stretch where he didn't play very well.
Right.
But again, that locker room is still thinking, wait a second.
Right.
That guy, it just looks different when Nick Foles is operating that offense, which is what this story is about. And again, I don't know anything about Carson Wentz. I only know the media portrayal, but there's an early line in here that his aw shucks, overgrown Opie from Mayberry routine plays well with the local and national media, but that underneath it all, he can be selfish, to your point, uncompromising, egotistical. Well, yeah, like all the rest of them can be.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, he's threatened because he's having to fight for his job in a position that he shouldn't have to be. He should be the unquestioned starter, and now he's not unquestioned. So is he acting a little out of character right now? I'm sure he is. But my problem with him is this whole issue that I've told you before about Wentz also struggled reading defenses this season, according to sources. His eyes were all over the place. This is my issue with him from the start. There's no doubting the arm strength. There's no doubting the athletic ability because when he was right, when he was healthy, when he escapes, he can run a little bit.
Yes.
And he's a load to bring down. He's Roethlisberger-esque and more mobile than Roethlisberger.
Yes.
But again, the feel, the command of reading it, seeing it with poise in that sort of Brady-esque rhythm and flow, I haven't seen that yet from this kid, even though he had a sensational year last year building up to, I need to see more of that, and I'm sure they're wanting to see more of that. And now there's big questions about, can he stay healthy?
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know.